Good morning, it's Saturday the 26th of April 2014. Welcome to this morning's United Kingdom Talk, our weekly live hour-long chat show. And a quick hello to people already with us this morning. Millie in Minnesota, we're going to speak to her a little bit later on the phone. Good morning, Millie. Daniel's there in Camberley. Good morning, Daniel, who says, I hope you haven't just got out of bed this week. No, I haven't, look. I've done my hair. You know, it took me about an hour to do my hair this morning. I've had another haircut. Yes, up at Tracy's Hairdressers. We have a good time up there. Took Ronny in there for the first time as well because we have our haircut. I usually get done by the what do you call? You know, the one who's learning. What's that? Not amateur. Apprentice hairdresser. I usually get done by him. He's coming along all right, you know. So he does the bzzz all over my hair because, you know, it's not exactly hard. People have said to me before, you should try doing your hair doing it yourself. You can buy those things, can't you? Bzzz, bzzz. But I'd be too afraid of getting it all wrong because I'm not exactly straight. No, it's not what I meant. That isn't what I meant. No, it's not what I meant. You know what I meant. Don't make up your own jokes as we're going along. I'm not exactly very straight. I mean, if you see my hedge, for example, you know, how do you get them straight? How do you get a hedge straight? And you see some of these posh houses and they've got like peacocks and different shapes made out of their hedge. How do they do it? I'm just not artistic, am I? I can talk, but that's about all. And talking of talking, it's coming out quite well today, the voice, isn't it? The gland has gone back down again. I'm pleased to say, boys and girls, that's gone back down again. Not having too much problem with my voice at all today. It was dodgy on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday last week. I'm starting to wonder, I'm going to have to keep an eye on this. Is it when I sing a couple of karaoke tunes that my voice goes all funny afterwards? You know, like I've strained it. I shall make sure I sing a couple of songs tomorrow, I think, and I'll see how that goes. Yes, to see if that causes any more problem with the throat. But I've got a scan, another one of those ultrasound scan things on Monday down at Frimley Park Hospital, which I'm going for. And on Tuesday I've got blood test as well. That's for the long-term thing. So it's all very, very, very busy this week. Very, very busy in the coming week. Not only that, on Sundays I do a new karaoke now in London, in East Dulwich. What a lovely place. The place is called the Cherry Tree. All right. And it's quite an early karaoke. It's 6 p.m. to 10 p.m, which is, I mean, it's marvellous. You know, finishing work at 10 p.m. for me. It's like, you know, early morning. Do you know what I mean? I can be back here for about 11:30. And because it's a 6 o'clock start instead of an 8 o'clock, being a Sunday, you get a lot of traffic sort of after 4:30 coming into London. So I now miss that. So instead of taking nearly 2 hours to get there, it takes about an hour and a half. So I'm quite pleased about that, and about an hour on the way back again. And that's not going fast. Remember, you know, the way I drive, generally, to the limit, even on the motorway, I do about 60 mile an hour. No need to rush everywhere. No need to rush. I must say, last night I had a moment of excitement. I don't know why. I was a moment of excitement. I was down the embankment right next to the River Thames. And I'm just sitting there at these lights. And then this van come up next to me. It was one of those Mercedez Sprinter white vans. You know the sort, don't you? They actually think... Wendy's going already? Are you off already, Wendy? She says, thank you. Sorry I haven't replied by now, but I only use Skype doing your show. She's off already. She's going to watch the recording later. Okay, Wendy. Thank you. Bye-bye, love. Bye. Bye. Have you gone? Bye. Go on, go then. Go. Bye. Turn it off. Come on. Bye-bye. Go on. Has she gone? Anyway, so I was at the embankment at the lights and pulled up next to me one of those awful Mercedes white Sprinter vans who for some reason think they are the fastest vehicles on the road, which of course they're not. They are fast, but they're not fast. So I could hear him revving his engine at the lights, and I would normally completely ignore that and kind of look over and say, "Oh, you're a bit of an idiot." Not that word. I wouldn't use that word in my car. I thought, "Oh, here we go." So I'm sitting there, and for some reason I got excited. Don't know why. And I thought, right, I'm going to beat you away from these lights. And so the lights have gone green. He's put his foot down. I've put mine down. And he's keeping up with us there. Second gear, third gear, and then I'm in front. And then I can slow down to the limit. Now, it's very, very rare. And, once I got in front, I've got a distance in front and slow back down again. I thought, why did you do that? Why did you didn't need to do that at all. And all it does is increase your heart rate. Probably put blood pressure up on the poor old veins. I mean, I was almost having an aneurysm. I was nearly having an aneurysm next to the Thames. Which is good, because, it's the best place to have it, because you're quite near to the Chelsea and Westminster Hospital there, I think. There are hospitals around there. I was almost having an... Who's that? Is that you? Ron? Hello? I think the cat just jumped up at the handle. She does that sometimes. Katie? Sorry, I heard a noise downstairs. Oh my God, it can't... Maybe it's religious extremists have broken into the studios and they want to take over the show. I've mentioned this before. I have to lock all the doors before I come up here, You never know who's going to break in and try and take over the show. It could happen. It's not funny. Where was I? Oh, yes. And I thought, why did you even do that? What a stupid thing to do. So I settled back down and that was it. Even great big lorries, they come in front of me. If they're at the limit, doesn't bother me. I just sit behind them. I do. What does annoy me is when you're at a limit and maybe you're on a motorway and they've put the cones out and you're on one lane now and you're at the limit and people are right up your arse, flashing behind you, flashing all the time. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? Anyway, so that's it. How on earth did we get to that? I had no intention of talking about that today. Oh, yes, so I've got my scan on Monday and hopefully... they won't find any. I don't think they can find anything. I don't know. I just started to wonder if they're going to actually be able to find out what's wrong. And I got the blood tests on Tuesday where they suck blood out my arm, and I go back a week later to see the doctor. So very, very busy indeed. Now I thought I'd start today with a couple of emails. We'll open the phone lines probably in about 20 minutes' time today. All right, because there's quite a lot to get through. There's an email address as well if you're watching live or watching a recording of the show. Certainly if you're watching a recording of the show, the only way to get hold of us is by email. The email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. All right, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. That's the email address. Vicky. Vicky's with us. Good morning. Vicky says, you're playing my favourite song. I love it. Oh, you mean this one? Just a minute. Some of you won't actually have heard this song. We do have warm-up music. Let me find this. What one? I think it's... Is that the one? That's the one there. Okay. Most of you won't have heard this music, I don't think, because before we start the show... There we are. Before we start the show, I have warm-up music playing. Just to say, hello, we're on, we're going to start in half an hour. And it's various different little tunes that I've selected that don't have any copyright problems. You've got to be very careful playing music on YouTube, because if there is any sort of copyright thing, bang, they take you straight off air. No mucking about. You get a couple of warnings to tell you that... by the way, is my... vision and audio in sync today? I get this feeling that my audio and vision are out of sync. Those of you watching a live show, it'll be all right on the recording. Can someone tell me? You get a couple of warning messages flash up on YouTube telling you that you're playing copyright music and that if you don't take it off, you'll be cut off. And we don't like to be cut off. So all the little bits of music are carefully selected. from various different things so that they don't have a copyright program. This is the little bit of music Vicky is talking about. Have a listen. It's quite a pleasant little tune, isn't it? Listen. Do you like it? Very, very relaxing tune, I think. Maybe we should write words to this somehow. We should possibly write words to this at some point, I think. What do you reckon? Do you want to hear the whole tune? No, you're not hearing the whole tune. We haven't got time to play the whole tune, dear. I'm sorry. Although we might have to now, because I don't know where it's playing out from. Yes. Right, thank you. There we are. That's one of our little bits of warm-up music. And it is the same music sequence every week. All right? So if you want to hear all those little tunes, you need to click on at 11:30 on Saturday mornings, half an hour before the show starts. It's half an hour worth of warm-up music. All right? Once again, we'll be opening the phone lines and the Skype to call in about 20 minutes' time after we've done a couple of emails this morning, because I don't want to miss these out. If you want to send an instant message on Skype right now, you can do that. My Skype username is, all one word, Chris Reardon. How easy is that? I bet Chris Reardons all over the world are really pissed off that I've got that. Okay? Chris Reardon, CHRISREARDON, all one word. That's on my Skype if you want to send an instant message, and you'll be able to use that same Skype to call in about 20 minutes' time. That little tune, especially for dear Wendy, Vicky. Right, James Bates wrote this one in a couple of weeks ago, and I lost the email, and I found it on the floor behind the table which the printer sits on. So here we go. James, who's in... Is it Brockley? Bexley? Somewhere like that. Hi, Chris. Sorry I haven't written for a while. Yes, where have you been, James? You know, we're sitting here waiting for these emails and they don't arrive, dear. While you were mentioning Barry Manilow, is he in the main O2 arena? Well, yes, among other things. He's all over the country when he comes in, I think, 3 weeks' time in May. He is in the O2 in London. He's also at Wembley, London. Obviously not on the same night, dear, you know. Even Barry Manilow can't be in two places at once. He is in the main O2 arena, James, and if you go to a Barry Manilow concert, it'll be full up. It is packed. Absolutely packed. And he walks on the stage. Before he even opens his mouth, the entire crowd go mad. We love it. And there I am in the front row. I'm taking my niece on her own, okay, to either the Wembley one or the O2 one. And my two aunts to one of the concerts, again, either the O2 one or the Wembley one. I don't know which dates who's coming, because my niece is about to have a baby. Another one. And I'm convinced it's going to be a girl. I don't know why. I think I had a little dream the other night or something like that, and it was a little girl. All right, so my niece Tracy is going to have a little girl. And depending on when people come is depending on when she drops that baby, dear. You know. I mean, I hope it doesn't happen while the concert's on. Funny thing is, I took her 2 years ago to see Barry at the O2, and she was pregnant then as well. I don't know what Barry must think, you know. Every time he goes, there's this pregnant woman sitting in the front. James also says, you were talking about Concorde. It's a shame. It was amazing technology. They tried to bring it back, but I think it was a bad timing on the comeback. Did they try and bring Concorde back at some point then? I didn't know that. I thought, you know, that was it. Because, of course, you know, you have to remember, terrible tragedy when the Concorde was running along and something got sucked up into the engine and it exploded, didn't it? But there was nothing actually wrong with the plane. It wasn't the plane that was faulty. It was something it picked up from the motorway, from the runway. And I never quite understand why they stopped it because of that. It is a great shame, but if you were watching one of the previous shows, you will know that I have been on a Concorde at Brooklands Museum, which is in Chertsey in summer. Which is in Chertsey in Surrey. And you go up these steps and you go on a Concorde. It's a real Concorde. But it doesn't look very comfortable to me. It's a very, very narrow tube. I know a few of my friends... I think actually Keith George has been on a Concorde, haven't you? I think he's with us this morning as well. Keith, let me just send him a little message. Perhaps he could talk to us about that. Let's see if he's with us. There we are. Are you free to chat? Let's just send him a little message and he might be able to tell us about Concorde. James says, on the subject of football, is the World Cup to come in the summer? So it will be even more bored with football in the summer. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I absolutely hate it. Thank you very much, James, for that. It's just so boring. Football is so boring. I can't understand why people watch that. I really don't. All right. Now, other email here is from Marge. I don't think Keith's around. Oh, he is there. Right. Can we just do a... Right. How do I... I don't want to do a video call, Keith, because that can... Oh, there we are. Look at that. Decline the video. Oh, we can't do video. Are you there, Keith? Good morning.
Yeah, I'm here, yeah.
Oh, my God. You've just got up, haven't you?
I haven't just got up. I've just rewoken up.
You don't sound very well this morning. Keith is in Tenerife, in Spain, at Villa Silla Blanca.
Yes. In pain. Not in Spain. In pain.
You sound like you're in pain. Let me tell you, boys and girls, Keith does videos as well. He does short videos, about 7 or 8 minutes long. A few different ones. He does a drag act, Coco Cogna. And he does his own videos as Keith George, and more recently a little nighttime video, which is very, very pleasant. You can watch it before you go to bed, called Nighttime Natters, which we quite like. I'm quite enjoying your nighttime natters. And what happened yesterday?
Well, I thought that what I'd do is, because I always talk about me going down to the beach every day in my nighttime natters, so I thought what I would do is I'll show the viewing public what I actually do, what the beach is like, and all. It's not actually the beach, it's like beach, like rockery area and everything like that, and it's very beautiful as you see. But I set the camera up for me to see me going into.
You know, it's a shame I haven't got it here. I can't bring that up for people, so they just have to listen to what happens. Go on.
I set the camera up to say, right, I'm going to go in for a swim now. And as I was walking to go into the sea, I completely slipped and my legs went right
on the rocks. On the rocks.
On the rocks. And I landed and did myself severe injury. And, I don't know. And I uploaded it, and people's reactions just keep laughing at. Only one person who's watched it said, I can't laugh at that because, you know, I mean, it's funny. It is funny, and I see the funny side of it. It's only funny side of it, but no one come to help me.
Yeah. No,
you know
they. I mean? Oh no, they won't.
Can you imagine?
No one will come. No one will help you. My mate went to this club once that I used to go to about 15 years ago, Trade. And you used to have to go down these steps, right? And one day he fell straight down all the steps and he was at the bottom. People are just stepping over. They're just stepping over.
Well, I keep watching the video back and I thought, I'm lucky I never smacked my head open.
You are.
Luckily I never smacked. Because if I'd have smacked my head, I'd probably have drowned.
Yes. You would have. You could. Well, you would have knocked yourself out, certainly. Oh. What I would say is, because I saw the video, you had bare feet. Just get yourself a pair of old trainers or something.
Yeah, well, the thing was, I I did take a pair of trainers with me and some flip-flops.
Right.
Right.
Oh, they're no
And,
good, those flip-flops for climb. The only thing is, what I will say about that beach, it's all rocks, and it's not,
it is
not
rocks,
really
yeah.
for me. Very uncomfortable.
And, well, a bit later on, after I sort of... and Maria was nowhere to be seen. You do know that.
Maria,
she was nowhere to be
Maria
seen.
is someone who works for Keith in La Villa Silla Blanca. And he often talks to her, but we haven't actually seen her yet. So we're waiting to see. Is it going to be like... Do you remember Tom and Jerry? You remember the big black woman? What was her name? We did. Do we know?
You only ever saw her feet.
Well, you only ever saw her feet. Is it going to be a bit like that?
Don't know. Well, you saw her hands the other day.
Yeah.
You know. And, well, I obviously, I've been on the beach all day. Now, on this particular beach, there are no toilets. So... to relieve yourself to go a wee, you sort of go into the like the rock or whatever and do a wee against there. And I'm very clean. And then I put on my flip flops to go and do that. And I thought, oh, I'm going to wash myself in the little pool.
Yeah.
And slipped again.
Yes.
With my flip flops on. And then last night outside the villa, I was talking to someone and I tripped off the curb. So they say it comes in threes. So,
well, you know, I mean, if you put the bottle down for a while, you might be able to walk straight.
The what?
The bottle.
What bottle?
You know, well, you're obviously drunk all the time, dear.
No, I am not. Excuse me. You can see on those videos, I drink water.
Isn't there another beach there where we've got some sand? I mean, mind you, I'm not keen on sand either. Oh, I can't.
Well,
there is,
but it's full of people with clothes on, and I quite like the freedom of being nude, and also sometimes you do get people there that love talking to you and want to do nice things.
What, like picnics and things like? We don't want to know about picnics and things. Now the question is,
not picnics, dear, not picnics.
We want to know about Concorde because you.
Yeah, I was on it. I went on Concorde, didn't I, to New York?
So what was it like?
It was absolutely lovely and lots smaller than you would imagine it to be, because it's, you know, Concorde was grand, wasn't it? The mother of all aeroplanes. Yeah. Quite small inside, only 4 seats across, and I think 25 rows. So there was only 100 passengers, and I sat in 1D, which is the very front, and to the right. So I'm sitting on the right, and the food is all very posh. Not much. You don't get much of it, but it's champagne all the way. And
I wouldn't like the food, would I? You know, was there any pizzas?
Any what?
Pizzas.
Similar to pizzas. They're called what are they called? Those things, little things. Not hors d'oeuvres, are they?
Aye.
What are they called? Bellinis? What are they called? I don't know what they're called. But they're these little things they give you. They're like miniature pizzas. Like
bruschettas.
Bruschetta, that's it. Yeah,
I know,
tomato and onion on top of it.
Yeah.
That, and then, you know, I can't remember what it was. The thing that really upset me about it was when the captain come on and said, we're not flying as high as 65,000 feet, so you will not see the curvature of the Earth.
Oh, why was that? Because that's what I was
doing it for. And I said, excuse me, I want to get off. By this time, you know, we're 40,000 feet in the air. But I thought, no, that, you know, I really wanted to experience that. And also, I had said to my mum, when the Concorde goes over at 5 o'clock, because you know it always flies over.
Yeah, exactly the same time,
Mum, I'm going to be on that Concorde. Well, my poor mum was stood in her garden for about an hour, and we flew in over bloody Windsor. So it was, you know, it was, she thought something had happened. But it was like I took everything off the Concorde, and I've still got it. I took the menus, the books. I bought a pair of Concorde cufflinks.
Oh yeah,
which I've still got. But I took everything and I put it in a box, so because they'd be, you know, and they are in very good condition. So I could, if you look on eBay and put on their Concorde memorabilia, you see that some of it goes for a little bit of money. But I prefer to hold on to it for a little bit.
Oh no, don't you?
Maria.
Yeah.
Maria!
Oh.
2 tea sugars, please. Thank you. Sorry, Chris.
Yeah. Oh, there's a couple of messages. It's fascinating to hear what you say about Concorde. You know, was the takeoff and the landing feel any different to what it would on a normal plane or not?
A lot smoother.
Smoother. Okay.
Yeah. And the thing is, when you're on the actual Concorde, at the front, there's a digital sign, on the front of the
Mach
Concorde,
indicator.
and it tells you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it says how fast you're going, and then the captain comes on and he said, "Okay, we're going to turn the jets on to get us through that first, thing."
There's a little
and you
jerk.
you feel it go, faster. You actually feel it when you're flying in the sky.
Yeah.
You actually feel that thing, and then when you're coming in, going to land soon, he says, "Okay, we're turning off the burners now," and you literally feel, like when you're coming to a halt in a car.
Yeah.
And then, so when you're going from 1,000 miles per hour,
Yeah.
and it's only going down to 6, you actually feel that pull. You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
That was like, oh, it was lovely. But I went into the toilet and I was videoing myself, and obviously not doing anything in,
What,
the,
in the
toilet,
toilet?
but just talking to myself in the toilet,
Oh, right.
on my camera, and obviously there was all this things that the Concords were going wrong and whatever, and I heard a boom boom like that, and I absolutely panicked and come out of the toilet quick, and it was only the air stewardess going past with a little trolley. Help! Maria! Oh, I'm in so much pain.
Are you speaking to your what is she, like a servant or what?
No, she's not. She doesn't get paid.
What is she, a friend?
No,
Well, what?
she's just Maria.
Well, what does she do?
Not much, Chris.
Not much.
Not much. She's just getting, she's supposed to do all this stuff, and she doesn't help me when she's supposed to help me. Do you?
Is she being paid?
Is she being paid? Are you being paid? Not by me.
Well, that's why she's not doing it. You want to give her some money, a tight old git.
I give her a bed.
Yeah?
All right, okay. I don't give her no bedclothes, but she's got a bed. And I said to her, "Help yourself to anything you want out of the fridge."
I went in. I don't know if you heard the beginning of the show. There is a Brooklands there's a Concorde at Brooklands Museum, which is about half an hour drive from me, which I was on a couple of weeks ago. It was just amazing. But I was surprised how narrow it was, and I thought, I wouldn't be comfortable on that. Couple of messages here from one of your new viewers. Daniel says it's Maria's fault you fell. And,
is it?
Couldn't the men at the top of the cliff have helped you?
Well, no, they were at the top of the cliff the day before, because obviously, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I slipped, and the day before I was at the beach, and I thought that I saw a man and a woman being resuscitated by a man. Okay, and when I looked closer, it was actually two women pussy bumping.
Oh my God!
And obviously they were very much in love, and I think they were German, because one of the ladies kept saying, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh that's fantastic." And then I was looking, and I was, oh my God, and I was looking through my fingers.
Yes.
And this went on for about
you don't want to be watching anything like
4.5
Keith.
minutes.
Take a lovely book on there with you. Just read a book. You don't have to be looking at other people.
Music, and I like dancing.
Country music.
I listen to music, and I like dancing, and I was sort of, you couldn't help but look, but I was looking through my fingers. When you see a horror film.
Don't be looking.
I
don't
look
be
behind
looking.
me, and there's about 40 men.
No. This is a clean show. I'm going to put the fader back up now. You ready?
Men.
No, that's it. You're not listening, are you? The fader is off. We don't want these mucky stories on this programme. Thank you very much.
No, it's not a mucky story. Thank you. Hello?
I'm here.
Yes, and the men, and I thought, oh my God. Anyway, when the two ladies finished their togetherness, they went into the sea and washed themselves down below. And I thought, and I was going to wash my cutlery and all that yesterday after my lunch. And I thought, no, I'm not doing that.
Not in that same water. Daniel also says, is it the Villa chicken that's making you ill? I said that to you earlier this morning, didn't I?
Yes, no, it's not the Villa chicken that's making me ill. It's the fact that I hurt myself, and I laughed, but it hurt.
You laughed so much it hurt. Well, there's nothing wrong with that then.
It hurt. Well, I mean, it hurt me, but today, my mum said to me, tomorrow you're going to feel it. Yeah. And because I rang my...
You're lucky you didn't break anything on those rocks. You really are.
Know. Well, I don't know. But I rang my mum after, because as soon as I got out of the water, I mean, I stopped the video and then rang my mum, and I said to my mum, I'm on the beach. I said, and I've had my lunch, and you never believe what I've done. And she said, you haven't, you dirty sod. I said, what, you done a poo in the sea, haven't you? I went, no, I've slipped on the rocks. Oh dear.
How awful.
I heard that. Do you know Lady LaRue?
Yes, she's
poorly.
I spotted that this morning. She's got lung cancer, isn't she?
No, is it lung cancer?
Yes.
Oh, how sad.
Just a minute. Lady, I think it is. Oh, what's his name again? Is it Stephen?
Stephen H. Bacon.
Oh, there it is. I'll tell you.
Does Daniel watch my videos then?
Yes.
Must do. Yes. Oh.
He says, can you accept his friend request?
No.
Here we are. Feeling like Stephen says he's been feeling. This is someone who does a cabaret show, boys and girls.
Yes, drag queen.
After feeling unwell for many months and following several scans, I've been given cancer diagnosis. A proper insight will follow. After yesterday's. What I do know is that there is a tumour on my right lung, and it looks like this might have spread.
Oh no!
So yeah.
How sad.
Very good cabaret artist.
I've known him for many years. You know, I know him.
Good.
I knew him for over 10 years.
Yeah.
Before he did the drag, you know. So if you're listening, Stephen, I'm sending lots of love to you from Tenerife, and I'll send you a message. Daniel, I can accept your friend request express, but there is a fee.
Oh, how much do you charge now for friend requests then?
And if you want, because I've got over 5,000 friends on my, and some of them I don't even know. So if you want express, it's going to cost £10.
You can't include those friends that do you get the girls from Indonesia and places like that asking you for a friend, and then you accept it, and then you start getting these emails telling you that they want to be your special friend and they'd like to get to know you better, and here is my email. Do you get those?
Yeah, I get them without friend requests.
Yeah, I get them all the time.
Hello, darling.
Yeah.
My name is, let's say her name's Dominica.
Yeah.
And I live here, blah, 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 blah. And I'm this, I am that. I think you're lovely. What do you think of me? I just put, you can imagine what I put, 2 words, one beginning with F and the other beginning with O. And then, but if it would be a nice looking man,
yes,
different story.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't none of the men do it?
No, they don't. We don't get them from men, do we?
No,
it's a shame.
Why don't any of the men do it? And I love all cultures, Chris.
Yeah.
As you know, I am. I've had about 4 relationships, and
all different nationalities.
Yeah,
you remind me of some of these girls on the Jeremy Kyle show who have got 5 babies, all different colours and nationalities, dear.
Yeah, well, I grew up when growing up in school. I sat next to somebody from Nigeria on one side, and the other side a boy from Mexico. In front of me, a girl from China. So I was very, very multicultural. It was always installed in me. Yeah. And as I grew up, I quite took a fancy to the Caribbean.
Yes, you sound like you're very cultural, I must say.
Yes. But out here in Tenerife, there is a big lack of that sort of person.
Right.
You know, but there are.
What do you do then? Fly them in or what?
No. There are lots of men here that sell things like hats and toys, and that they walk the streets. They call them the looky men.
Looky men.
The looky men. They say you want to look, and they say they're Africans. They're from Somalia, is it? Somalia, yeah, and there's quite a few. They call them the looky men, and then you look and they say you looky, good price, as the price, and everything like that. Well, 3 days ago, I thought, I would just like to have a cuddle with one of these. You know, I want contact with one of these people. I want contact.
Get on with it, dear.
So I was out, and the looky man was coming along selling hats, and he was quite handsome. And he said, "Do you want to try it?" I said, "I was there an hour and a half. I tried on all the hats there just to have a little bit of contact, but I didn't buy one." I said, "No, I've got 10 at home already. Would you like to come and see?"
Sound like me in Sainsbury's.
Yeah.
Well, I went in. I did one of the videos.
Ones.
Huh?
Very handsome ones.
I did one of the videos in Sainsbury's the other day. And
Yes.
just to do the video, I didn't buy anything in there. And someone sent me an email saying, you can't do that. You've got to buy something if you go in there to make a video. And I thought, no, I haven't. I'm not buying anything in Sainsbury's. Awful place. Can you imagine the embarrassment coming out with one of those orange carrier bags? They think I've just come off an EasyJet plane.
Terrible.
Anyway,
do you prefer to shop in Morrison's or Marks
no,
and Spencer?
Waitrose.
Oh, Waitrose. Very nice. Very nice.
Yes. Anyway, must go, dear. Got an email and another call to do.
I'm loving your show.
And very pleasurable to speak to you. Your shows are they on YouTube? I can't remember now.
No, they're not. But I was told yesterday to put them on YouTube because I'll reach a wider audience.
Right. You set up a YouTube channel. Have you got a YouTube channel?
I have. I'm going to put my one on there now.
Get them up there. Have you got your mobile phone in front of you?
Yeah.
Right. I'll tell you how to do this. If you click on your photos.
Photos?
Yes. Okay. Click on one of your videos.
Yes.
Right. Bottom left-hand corner, do you see the square box with an arrow pointing upwards?
Yeah.
Hit that.
YouTube.
Hit that.
Then a ticket, yeah.
Yeah, and then you go onto YouTube, hit the YouTube thing.
Yeah.
And then you fill out that bit and send it up as you do standard definition, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, just send it up in standard definition, and that should go onto your YouTube channel if you've got one set up.
Yeah, I've got one set up, and I'm now putting in there Keith,
all right.
George, Nightly Natters.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Keith. Cheerio.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There we are. Keith George there in Tenerife. We've got a phone call coming in now as well. Good morning. Who's on the line?
Hello, it's your best friend, Ronny.
Oh, hi, Ron. How are you?
I'm very good. I was just listening to the fabulous Keith George.
Isn't it
he
fantastic?
He does make me chuckle.
People all over the world calling in this morning. We're about to go to Minnesota in a minute. I mean, this is such a hive of activity. Good morning, best friend Ron.
It is.
Now,
it was very nice. It was very nice to have Keith George on, dear. You must have him as a guest the next time he flies internationally into London.
He can come into the studio, dear. There's room for two of us in here.
Yeah,
unless it's you and me, and when there's no room.
Anyway, how are you, dear?
I'm very well.
Just ringing to say hello to everybody. I wanted to say a big shout out to Millie, Minnesota.
She's on soon. She's on soon. We got to call her in a minute.
Oh, good. Are you calling her?
Yes.
Oh, good. See how she is. Make sure she got back.
Yes.
From the UK, because we didn't hear from her for a couple of days, did we?
No. We were very concerned. We thought the plane had crashed. We
tad worried that it had been rerouted somewhere
via
like
Malaysia. Yes.
So yes. So what else was I ringing to talk about? Oh, I can't remember now, dear. My brain. I'm not feeling very well today, dear.
Ronnie has lent us 2 DVDs. Frozen, which I watched yesterday. Disney's Frozen. Highly recommend. I love it at the end when she smacks him in the mouth. That's hilarious.
Yeah. That's very good.
And that's going to happen to you again soon.
Okay.
Do you remember that time I pushed you down the stairs?
Are you coming round to watch the second one?
Now, the second one, Lego Movie, won't play.
Ah, we'll bring it round, dear.
But
Bring it round and we'll have a look.
what about my dinner?
We're going to have dinner here. I've got some higgledy-piggledy pies, some Waitrose.
Oh, fab. Okay, I'll ring you. That'll probably be about 1:45. All right?
That's fine, darling. Yeah, please come over. Bring it over, and I'll do. Could you bring some vegetables though?
Okay. What, do you want some as well?
No. Yes.
Just mine? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Bring me some as well, dear. It'll save me going out. Thank you.
All right, then. See you a bit
Okay,
later.
a big hello to Keith George. I'm
Yeah.
one of his biggest fans, and I'm glad that I didn't have to pay to become one of his friends.
Why would you have to pay?
On the Facebook.
He
bit,
wants us to go out. He wants me to go. He wants to go out to where he is. Do you want to do a little trip at some point, dear?
We can take a little trip to Tenerife to see Keith George. I'd love
Tenerife. But I don't know if you saw. That's not my cup of tea. You know those rocks? Oh, I wouldn't. I don't think I could sit on rocks. If you see what I mean, on a beach.
Well, I'll tell you what I've got. Remember Mary Poppins, my neighbour.
Yes.
We could take those Wimbledon cushions with us that she gave me.
Oh, aren't they?
Remember the other day that she brought the Wimbledon cushions over? We could take them with us.
Oh yes,
The Wimbledon
yes,
cushions.
I remember. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, the ones that she brought over in that bag that I was furious about.
Oh, in the Audi bag.
She brought them in an Audi bag. Oh, I nearly had a heart attack, dear. I burned that in the garden.
Oh, don't fall on the fire yourself, my dear. Who's going to look after the cats?
Yeah. Witches don't burn, darling, as you well know.
Well, I look forward to my higgledy-piggledy pie and vegetables later. And
You give me a call when you're finished.
What's for pudding?
I think there's ice cream in the freezer.
What, the one I brought over?
Yes.
Is there enough for two?
Yeah, I won't have any, dear. I'm on a diet.
Yeah, but you can have a little bit of ice cream. That's all right.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll find something, dear. I'm sure I'll find something.
Okay.
How many viewers
carry on
do you
listening,
have at
'cause-
the moment as well?
Pardon?
How many viewers? Did you see that I was viewing?
Yes, 8 million this morning.
8 million. Are you sure?
Well, it says 8, so that's 8 million.
Oh, well,
isn't
there
it?
you go. 8. Hello, all you 8 people. I
Oh,
would
someone says hello.
individually give you a shout out if I knew all of your names.
Daniel wants to say hello to you this morning. He's with us. Daniel's in Camberley. He's not far from us.
Hello, Daniel in Camberley.
Oh, and Jimmy Butler's there.
Oh, hello, Jimmy Butler.
And Sharon Butler.
Pigeon.
The thing is, Jimmy Butler, I want to have a word with Jimmy Butler. 3 times I've tried to call you this week. I sent you a text message, I sent you a WhatsApp, and you haven't replied to any of them. Why is
dear.
that? Evil child.
Well, I'm not being funny,
is the
Chris. You know what it's
cycle
like
of a
when me and you go out and we go shopping and you start ringing people and they don't answer. You do look very disappointed. But I keep telling you, people have lives. They're not just sitting there waiting for you to call. They have things to do.
He must be sitting there waiting for me to call.
No, darling, it doesn't work like
Oh,
that.
we've just gone up to 9 million. 9 million
Wow.
now. Are we going to
9
get into
million.
we might get into double figures today.
Really? That
We
would be
might get
marvellous.
into
Quick,
double
Andy,
figures.
switch
How
your computer on.
exciting is that?
I'm just telling Andy to switch his computer on for the numbers.
Oh, please. Is he there as well? Is he having dinner with us as well?
Andy's here as well, yes. A lovely
wonderful.
little Andy.
Please, can he make a little video with us? People want to see what your other half looks like.
People want to see what you look like, darling.
Just a little video, you know. I'll
Just a little video.
I'll buy him dinner if he will appear on one of my videos.
He said he'll buy us dinner. Okay, that's cool. We'll do that. You can
No,
take us
you
somewhere
hang
nice.
on. Let him answer. He has a voice.
He doesn't.
Andy.
Andy. Yes.
Yeah, you can hear his voice. Listen. Andy,
Wait. Speak. What's going on?
if I buy you dinner,
Don't
will
say
you
that.
appear on one of my videos?
Depends where you buy with dinner, Chris.
Well, there's a Toby Carvery.
No. Got to be a bit more upper class than Toby Carvery.
The Running Horse pub.
I don't know where that is.
That's on that roundabout where Ronny goes and gets his back done.
Where's the Running Horse pub?
Oh, that's nice. Oh, the Running Horse pub is lovely.
Running
Yes, we'll
Horse
take him
pub.
there.
Or
That's nice,
what about, you ready? Ready? How about afternoon tea in a London hotel?
Afternoon tea at a London hotel.
How about Wagamama's?
No, you won't eat
Oh, we're
Wagamama's.
not going to Wagon. I'm not eating that sushi crap.
No, he won't eat that. No,
Oh,
we'll do that.
bleh,
We'll organise that when you come round. Yeah, I went there once. Would you like my story of when I went there?
What, Wagamamas?
Yeah. So I had this friend called Ed that I used to know many years ago when I used to go to Substation South. And he said to me, we was in Kensington, and he said to me, come on, let's go to Wagamama's. And I said, oh, well, I don't really like that kind of stuff. And he said, oh, no, try it. It's really nice. So we go into Wagamama's, and you sit at a table with other people that you don't know.
What?
Which is very unusual for me. Yeah, you sit at... Anyway, so he says to me, you'll like this. So he orders it, and he brings it, the waiter brings it up, and he puts it in front of me. I look at the waiter, and I look at the food, and I look at the waiter, and I look at the food. I said, I'm really not sure about this. And he said to me, no, it's fine, try it. So
what did it look like? What did it look like?
It was called Katsu curry. I renamed it Cat Sick curry because that's what it looked and tasted like. Cat Sick curry.
Oh my God!
Absolutely disgusting. Talking of cats, I've just seen a ginger flash of lightning go across the bedroom. Oh, there's one over there. The cats have started to appear. The cats just started
Good morning, cats. Right, so we'll arrange that then. Afternoon
when you
tea.
come up for lunch.
Where do you want to do that then?
We'll look online when
Get
you
him
come
to
up,
choose
darling.
one now. Go choose one when you've gone. And stay listening because we're getting Millie on in a second, all right?
Okay, I will do.
Daniel says I should take you to McDonald's. We don't do McDonald's. Even I don't go to McDonald's. The only time I go to McDonald's is for a cup of tea. I'm not eating all that processed rubbish.
Is the other one not listening? What's his name? My little admirer.
Brandon?
Brandon.
No, he can't get up, can he? He can't get up for 12 o'clock there. He can't get up that early.
He missed me. I would have sent him a personalised message if he'd have got up.
That'd be nice.
Maybe next week.
All right, see you later.
Goodbye, dear. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
Well, we are a hive of activity. I had a story to read you today, actually. Japanese, this was from the Daily Mail yesterday. Japanese women's diet of green tea and raw fish is key to healthy long life. Well, I'd rather die young. Green tea and raw fish. Oh, my God. It says a new study's revealed their diets rich in fish are helping them live considerably longer than British women. So Japanese women live to 86.4 years, British women 82.7 years. I don't think it's as simple as that, though, you know, especially if you've got to sort of the age of like 50 or something like that. You can't suddenly just start eating fish and drinking tea. As you can put 40. I'd rather die young than eat that raw fish. Daniel's on the line in Camberley. Morning, Daniel.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
Do you eat any of that sushi?
I don't eat any of that old muck.
Oh, God. There's Yo Sushi, Wagamama. What's all the others? There's a few of them now. I went past another one yesterday. And, don't get me wrong. These are very popular places. They're packed with people and they got these little things going around the conveyor belts. I'm thinking I wouldn't go near it with a barge pole.
No, not my cup of tea.
The
anyway.
smell. Oh, that's right. I was in Heathrow Airport with Ronny last September on the way to Rome. And we went past this sushi bar in the middle. It stank. Oh, it was awful. All we could smell was fish, unless it's our noses.
Listen, Chris, I know you're busy today and you've got to make another call, but I wanted to ring to say how brilliant your show is.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoy
really
it, mate.
Good, really good. So I'll let you get on to ring Millie.
What are you doing this weekend? Have you got family? I can't remember now.
I've got 2 daughters.
Are you taking them anywhere this weekend? Do they get like...
Been out with our dog this morning.
Eh?
We've already been out with my dog, Henry, this morning.
Oh, right, yeah.
Came back, so I want to watch your show. But it's a really good show, Chris.
I'm glad you enjoy it, my friend. How old are they?
7 and 9.
Oh, bless. It's
No,
my...
don't say bless. They're a pain, I can tell you. They're not the angels. I don't know if you've seen my Facebook. They're on. You can see pictures. Not the angels they look like.
I haven't seen them. There's nothing I like better than going up and visit I say my sister's children. They're like, 17 now.
Yeah, I know. That's like, I actually found you from Martin.
Oh, yes. My sister's husband's
I found it.
retro store and all that, yeah.
A small world, you're only in Bracknell.
Yeah.
It's funny, have a coffee one day.
Yeah. Have you ever been up that way, up north?
Nah, well, I've got family in Durham, but I haven't been up there for years.
Do you own...
Northerners up there.
Daniel, sorry, not being personal, do you own your own house at all, or...?
I do, yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, as you well know, if I or you sold our houses and moved up to my sister, you'd have something massive. You know,
I've seen the property prices up there. We'd be lords of the manor, wouldn't we?
We would. I quite like bungalows. I really like bungalows. And you get a 2 or 3 bedroom bungalow for like 150. It depends. If you were near my sister, they're a little bit dearer where she is because that's kind of gone up quite a lot. You move 10 minutes down the road, you'll get a bungalow for about 160 and a massive garden.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you, we have considered it because it is a lot cheaper up there.
But it's work though. That's the problem, isn't it? What do you do?
Well, mine travels because I'm a gas safe engineer. Mine's,
right.
You know, it's like yours. You can go and work anywhere, can't you? Really, you know, as long as there's a city nearby.
I think it gets hard. Certainly, the DJing jobs get harder as you get older because you don't quite look right. If you see what I mean. Karaoke and quiz nights, it's a case of getting out there and finding it. I mean, it really is.
You work so much, Chris. You're out every night because I follow you on Facebook.
Yeah,
you do your little update. You're out every night. Well, I know I said to you yesterday, you got a night off at last.
No, I've always been like that since the day I left school and started to work. I just wanted to do it all the time, work whatever the job was. I was with first in a supermarket, and I took on more nights there, and then I worked for British Telecom, and I was always doing overtime and going in on Saturdays and all that. It's just me. I work all the time, and funnily, we mentioned the Friday. I've just been asked last night by someone who works Friday, and I said, "How do you feel about taking over the Friday in King's Cross, doing 9 to 2?" So I'll probably, because I'm empty on Friday, even though it's my only night, I'll probably take that. Yeah, I've just.
Well, that's why you can afford to live in Royal Berkshire.
Royal Berkshire, that's right, Daniel. I've got to go because we've got to get this other call in, mate. Lovely to talk to you.
Can we go for a coffee one day?
Yeah, I'd be happy to come to Camberley. You're only down the road, Ed. Mark's, does let me think. What you got down there?
Oh, we got them all. We're very posh in Camberley.
You got a Starbucks in there, have you?
Starbucks, you know.
That do, yeah, that do. Starbucks will be fine. Yep, okay, mate.
All right, take care.
Nice to talk to you, Daniel. Good luck, mate. Bye now.
Bye.
There we are, Daniel in Camberley, which is just down the road here. I've got a lovely email here from Marge. Who says she's got no life. Marge has got no life. You have got a life. You live in that little thing there, and the beautiful grounds that you live in. All that land, plants and little animals. That's your life, isn't it? I mean, I'd love to move to somewhere where I'd be in the middle of a forest or something like that. You know? You have got a life. How can you say that? You have got a life. We might have to hold on to Marge's email. For Monday's show, I think. Good morning, Millie.
How are you?
Millie in Minnesota. Hello, darling. You got about 5 minutes, darling. That's all.
That's what I was afraid of.
Yeah, you only got 5 minutes today, my darling. It's been particularly busy this morning.
I just wanted to say a quick happy birthday to little Evie today.
Evie is?
Your grandniece, you know.
Well, I do, but they don't. Tell them who it is.
I just did. Chris's grandniece, little Evie. Happy birthday, little one.
Are you going to sing it?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Evie. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Millie. So you got back all right then, my darling?
Yeah, although jet lag didn't half make mincemeat out of me, I'll tell you.
Yes, it's worse going back the other way, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Yeah. How was the journey? Because I know you had a bit of difficulty coming over here. If I can just explain, Millie's in a wheelchair, motorised wheelchair, hence I've named her Motorised Millie.
Yep.
And she had a bit of trouble getting here, a problem at Heathrow Airport with all the health and safety idiots. As you, no, we can't do that. Health and safety. You know the sort. Bloody pain in the arse. But she didn't.
Boy, you're not kidding. I was not a happy girl when we landed in Heathrow.
And how did it come? Was it all right going back the other way, though?
Well, I'll tell you what. I made sure that when I boarded the flight, I literally, thank goodness we had, the lounge, because I made sure that I was out of it, as in drunk,
Yes.
so that I was relaxed enough not to be able to feel the pain of the transfers, because
Yeah.
it was just, ugh. You know, I love coming to England and I hate leaving England, but the flight over doesn't have to do me in every
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Although it is worth it.
Yeah. Well, we had a couple of little meetings, didn't we? You enjoyed meeting Ronny, didn't you?
Yes, I did, and I'm supposed to tell you that my mother and auntie send you their love, and they want you to come to Minnesota so that we can spoil you next time.
I didn't spoil you. How did I spoil you? I didn't do anything.
You did too.
Didn't? So did anything happen with that man playing the piano at all? We were wondering sort of that you might have arranged a secret meeting or something like that.
Oh, you wish. You wish.
You
Now,
did seem to be having a bit of cuddle with him in the restaurant, my darling.
Yes, I was. It was just a hug, and it was, it was just a. I was staying at the Waldorf Hilton,
Yes.
and Chris and Ronny had been kind enough to come see me one more time before I left, and he was a very talented gentleman playing the piano.
Yeah.
And I just felt compelled to just acknowledge that. And when he heard my American accent, I mean, that was...
That was that. Once I hear that American accent, they're in there.
Yep. But you will admit that he was talented.
I do admit that, indeed, yes. Millie, Marge in Oklahoma wants to say hello to you, my darling.
Hi, Marge.
All right. Millie, I'm out of time. Thank you, my darling. Perhaps we can have a longer conversation next week.
Yep. Okay.
You can tell us all about your trip home and all that. Good luck, my darling. Thank you, Millie.
Okay. Mwah.
Bye-bye.
Hi.
Here we are. As it's Evie's birthday today. Evie is my great niece, and she's 2 years old today. Where's all this time going? Eh? I think I'll try and ring up my nephew again later and see why he has not returned my messages. I'm hurt. Mortally hurt. That's it today. I've got a lovely long email here from Marge, which I'll read out on Monday's video. If you want to find the videos, there's a daily video, except for Sundays, which you can find at youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK, all right? youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. And the new one is always at the top there. Okay, thank you very much for watching and listening. Email address chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. You have a nice weekend. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye now.